Hi everyone and welcome back for another video. Now, it's been a little bit of a morning of drama today. Today's Friday. We have just had the launch of the Titan event and people are pissed. People are actually quite pissed. I had a little look around on YouTube earlier and people are kind of already coming out with how pissed they are about this. So I'm going to just throw in my 2 cents and hopefully remove a little bit of the despair and a little bit of the anger that a lot of people might be feeling. So, right off the bat, people are annoyed because this has completely kind of interrupted the flow of how they're doing their fusion, and that's probably the part that I'm annoyed about. We've just had, we're coming towards the end of the fusion, and if you're anything like me, and you've done pretty much all the events, you've probably got your epic from the champion chase, or Summon Rush. I think it was Summon Rush. And then I've now got 10 of these rare guys. So in my mind, that's 14 rares. That leaves me with 2 to complete. All I needed to do was 2 events. One of them was going to be the arena, because that's easy. And the other one might be, I think it's Fire Knight coming up in a couple of days. I think that I was just going to do that and I was going to call it quits. However, along comes the Titan event, mid-fusion, and they've now put the Titan points into the remaining events. So ones that I wasn't going to do, I'm kind of almost now being forced to do. So right off the bat, that's really annoying. We should have been told, because I think a lot of people are going to feel pretty betrayed by this, and they're going to feel like they've just wasted a whole load of time and resource, and I completely understand that. However, I've just had a look through the rewards of the Titan event, and I think they're crap. I actually think they're crap. The more I sit and think about it, I'm not even going to let it bother me, because I don't think it's worth it. For some reason, we're not getting a 2 and a 4-star, and I think really you only need a 4-star on this guy. Obviously 6 would be great, but the rewards are terrible. They've chucked in a couple of relics. Now, maybe I'm just not understanding how the relics work, but I think they're pretty weak. The overall rewards, there's no mythical book. That's a major bummer. Yes, there's a primal and one of these nice rank 3 stones, but it's actually pretty weak. So as much as I would like to sit here and just rage, I don't think there's any point. I think this fusion is good, and as I said in my previous video, I'm going for him. But I don't think he's great. He's not an Armanz, he's not a Fabian. He's just a good fusion. He's a good damage dealer to hopefully fill a little gap in your roster. And I can't help but think, because we had such high engagement for the 6th anniversary Fabian fusion, the next 2 fusions were pretty weak. I can't even remember their names. I think the second one was Ishiyama, and no one really went for it. So my theory is that somewhere in the sort of marketing or the game dev side of Plarium, they've really got on the case of the content creators and gone, hey guys, the last 2 fusions, no one cared. We really need you to push. This new one, we really need you to push. And I think that they have pushed really hard. And I think they've pushed quite a mediocre champion. This is kind of why I made my video. So maybe don't despair, and maybe just don't worry about the Titan event. I'm certainly not. There's no inclination for me to climb up to 1,500 points. Not at the risk of all my... I'd rather keep my resources. This guy will appear in the Soul Merchant. He will. It might not be anytime soon, and it might take 6 months to do it. But, he's no Marius. He's no Newt. I just don't really think he's that worth it. So I think as a result, I'm not going to get pissed about the fact that this Titan event isn't worth it. So just something to think about for everyone, because I know it is a bit of a kick in the teeth. I really hope that if this becomes the norm, we know, or maybe they'll get some really bad feedback and they won't do it again. I maybe wouldn't trust that to happen. And, like I said in my previous video, when Plarium do something bad, hold their feet to the fire, and this is pretty shit. For most players, I think this is bad. It won't affect maybe low-level players because they probably don't have the potential to get this high. But for everyone, myself included, that's just put all of this effort into the fusion, I can see how people are going to be pretty pissed. So anyway, that's the negativity out the way. I thought I would leave a little bit of room for some more disappointment in this video, because why not? And I'm just trying to work out where the event or tournament is. Now, I wasn't planning on doing Champion Chase. I'm especially not doing it up to 5,500. That's just a complete waste of time. However, I've got a few little resources I might pull, plus there's a 2x on. So, right off the bat, I have 2 Remnant Summons, and I have 68 blue shards, so I'm going to pull maybe 28. Yeah, I'll probably go, unless we get a legendary, which we probably won't. So I'm going to pull 28 of these, I'm going to pull my Remnant Summons, and then I'm going to leave everyone to just go and enjoy their weekend and not worry about the stupid Titan event. It's just not worth it. So that's enough, that's the last I'll say on it. Let's maybe pull some shards and get some luck. So we got 2x, epic and legendary. With the boost, I like this guy. I'm not going to bankrupt myself trying to get him. He kind of reminds me of Demitha meets... I don't know. He will be a good Hydra champ, and as you know, I love Hydra. It's probably my favourite part of the game. Let's pull, see what happens. I won't be mad if I get him, but I'm not really expecting to get anything. So we'll just do 8 single pulls first, and then we'll just drop two 10 pulls. I'm not expecting anything here. I'm pretty sure I hit Mercy quite recently. But if Plarium want to make me feel lucky for a day, I'll take it. I am just expecting a sea of rares. Also, I heard about there's this thing called content creator luck, so maybe if I'm streaming while I pull shards. I don't know. Just rares so far. When you have to wonder, is the 2x even turned on? No. You gonna make me pull 8 rares? Yes, you are. Thank you. Right, let's just do 2 10 pulls, then I'll pull the remnants. At least show me an epic. One epic and 18 shards. Nice. Oh, that's rough. Come on, last temple. Also, now that I've started this, I will probably... Oh. Okay. Now that I've started the Champion Chase, I will probably finish the event up to the rare by just pulling green shards. I'm not going to waste any more resources on this. So, onto the remnants. I actually totally forgot I had them. We've got a 2.5% chance of a mythical. So 2 shards and a dream. I hate pulling these. Skiramis, he's good, but not exactly what I'm after. Come on. No. Skullcrown, she's awesome, but we don't need her. We've already got her. So yes, very, very uneventful shard pulling, but to be expected. Don't really care. I'm going to, like I say, finish this off with green shards. So yeah, there's not a lot going on. Don't get too pissed about the Titan event. It does suck, but I don't think the champion's worth getting in this much of a muddle over. So hopefully that's just a different perspective. Don't fret. As I always say, don't despair. It's just a game, even though it grinds our faces because it sucks. Yeah. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.